Good morning. Welcome to your Monday Morning Devotional. I'm so glad you're with me. Again, one more time in Pastor Obi's studio. Thank you again, Pastor Obi, for this opportunity. In Ephesians 5, verse 15, it says, "Look carefully then at how you walk, not as unwise, but as wise, making the best of use of time, because the days are evil. Therefore, do not be foolish, but understand what the will of the Lord is. And do not get drunk with wine, which leads to debauchery, but be filled with the Spirit." Now, I want to look at the first couple of verses here. It says, "Look carefully then how you walk, not as unwise, but wise." I know that when I was younger, I was trying my best to walk in wisdom. But as time goes by and life gets more difficult, I found that my ability to stay wise in the way that I live my life became skewed. And I turned more towards not really caring about the way I live my life. Now, I wouldn't say that I was doing horrible things, but I became lazy and forgetful of why I needed to be wise in the way I walk. You may have that yourself. There may be things that you're watching on TV or through social media. There might be things that you are saying or thinking or eating or drinking that isn't very wise. There may be a lifestyle that isn't necessarily wrong, but it's not the best for you. There might be areas in your life that you're allowing something that's influencing you that you think is harmless, it actually becomes something that's very harmful. Samson was a man who was given great power and ability and authority by God with strength. And he began to walk unwise before God. It was just a little thing. Little by little, he began to go against the wisdom of God to the place where he gave up the secret to his supernatural power that was gifted to him by God. And he lost it. Making the best use of the time. Have you ever found yourself where your day has gone by and you feel like you've got nothing done? And it isn't that you've been bombarded with different things. It's just that you thought, oh, I'll just do it in an hour. I'll do it in 2 hours. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it the next day. I'll do it next week. And then you find yourself either, for example, maybe you didn't pay your bill on time. Then you've got a penalty for your bill. And then maybe you've got a court case against you. Debt collectors are chasing you. And would you have just paid that bill, if you would have just earned the funds that you needed so you wouldn't have to go into debt to get this bill, you would have made the best use of your time, but instead you've allowed your time to go. And the prophet says, "Go to the ant, you sluggard." Oh, what a statement to be called a sluggard. I don't know about you. I'm not a fan of slugs. And I mean, slugs, once they get to something, they can easily devour a plant. But the trail that they leave behind, they're so slow that oftentimes they can get caught out and destroyed. But an ant is diligent, and an ant stores up so that when the hard times come, they hibernate, but they have all the supply they need available to them. Therefore, do not be foolish, but understand what the will of the Lord is. You can use some of your time to get into the Bible and read and understand what God thinks, what God says, what God thinks of you and God's purpose for your life. So a lot of times people wander from one thing to the next, where they're just trying to figure this whole thing out without knowing Him. Jesus knew God, and He said, "I do that which I hear the Father thinking, I speak it. What He does, I do." It's only by spending time with God, reading His Word, praying, that you begin to pick up in your spirit that which God wishes for you to do. Well, for us at Kingdom Life, it is about caring for the orphan, the widow, providing food for those who are hungry, giving shelter to those in need of shelter, clothes for those who are naked, visiting those who are in prison, praying for those who are sick, seeing people come to a place where their lives are being restored and built up. If you want to know what the will of God is, rather than sit and let time be wasted, go find somebody to bless and bless them well.